Life is hard for men, you know, and it was never supposed to be easy. It was designed this way, but there comes a point in a man's life where you'll think, okay, is this it? Is this all there is? Is this what I'm made for, just to go to work and pay the bills and scrape by? We were not designed for that. We were not designed to just pay the bills and scrape by. And we're living in a state of stress, yeah? There's a stress hormone that we are constantly living in, and then it leads to depression, anxiety, and we are not fulfilled. And even though you've got a wife and children, you know, and you're providing for them and you pay the bills, but you think, is this it? And I know so many men that have come to me for help with the same situation. You know, it looks like they've got everything together, but yet they're unhappy. And they're not unhappy because of their family. They love their families, they love their wife, and they love their children. But they feel stuck in that rat race. They're stuck in a career that they might not like, you know, but if they was to take another job, they'd get a pay cut because they're having to start again. So they can't afford to come away from the job. Or they're running a business that they no longer like and they feel they've reached a plateau. They can no longer grow the business because they're stuck. So they can't get a job because, like you say, they don't want to work for anyone else, and it would mean a pay cut. So they're stuck in the position that they are in. That's how it feels. So it's just a rat race for them. It leads to depression and they can't find any way out. But there is a way out. The way you do anything is the way you do everything, you know? So you've got to imagine yourself, when someone goes to prison, they are stuck in that cell, and you have two choices when you go to prison. You have to accept the circumstances that you are under, and this is the same with life. You are in this circumstance, and at the minute there is no way out. So you have to accept it, okay? But just like someone, when they go in a cell, you can panic and be fearful and wish your life away and want to get out of it. Or you can say, okay, I'm going to make this my sanctuary. I'm going to make the best of what I have. I'm going to decorate this cell. I'm going to work hard every day. I'm going to work on what I can work on while I'm in the situation that I'm in. So what can you work on in that sort of situation? Well, out here, it's the same in the prison cell, but it's the same out here. You have to work on yourself. So take control over the things that you have control over. And that is yourself. That is the food you put in your body, the drugs, the alcohol. You choose whether you can work out, you know, physical activity, which raises the state of mind. You have to do the internal work. And you can say, okay, I'm stuck here, but now you have another purpose. And that other purpose is self-mastery, self-development, working on you to create a better you, so that life can then become better. So if you hate your job, you've just got to accept it, okay? There's nothing I can do at the minute, but you're going to do the best that you can in that job. Even if your boss is a dickhead, you're going to go and you're going to make the best of that situation that you're in. Like I said, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. So even in them shitty times and you don't want to do it, put the work in anyway. Because your boss might be a dick, but listen, the universe knows, God knows. And then believe it or not, over time, some things will change. And you know, in that time, get on your side hustle. But your side hustle needs to be something that you enjoy. You need to enjoy it, otherwise you won't stick at it, you won't maintain it. So, there is a way out, but you need to accept the sanctuary where you're in. Make it your sanctuary, make it your place. Okay, I fucking hate my job, but I'm gonna make the best of this that I can. Yeah? I don't like where I'm living, I want a better house, but I'm gonna make the best of this house. Start doing it up little by little with what money you've got. And eventually your house will be worth more. You know? Look at the positive side, regardless of what situation you're in. And life will be better. And if you work on yourself through positive repetition, positive manner, doing the little things, take control over the things that you have control over, so what you're putting in your body, and start doing the physical activity to raise your state of mind, you will automatically feel better. And you know what? And then if you remove all the drugs and alcohol, because if you hate your job, you're probably indulging in drugs and alcohol, or the food, because you hate it, and it's some form of you know, it's a way out. You're diluting the problem. You're running so small term, those vices, the small term pleasures. You're pleasure seeking because you fucking hate your job. I get it. But if you remove them, then you'll start to see clearly. Yeah, so do the work on yourself. You start to see clearly. You'll probably start to see a way out, and doors and opportunities will open for you that you thought were never there. So take control over the things that you have control over, and then you'll see things clearly, and then you'll probably see other opportunities where actually I could do this instead. I could do this as a side hustle. You know? You've got to look at things in a positive manner, through a positive lens, not a negative lens. Remove the drugs and alcohol, work on yourself, take control over what it is that you're putting in your mouth, and then see your life change, you know? Opportunity will occur.